What's going on, guys? All Blitzel here, back at it again with another video. Today we have our 1 hour uncut gameplay of Control. I made my video about Ditto Control and a lot of you guys really seem to like it, so as promised I am back with another uncut gameplay video, and this is similar to the list that I uploaded a couple days ago. I already went in depth on that video, so if you want to hear more about the in-depth strategy, reference back to that one before watching this one. But I added the Sandile because Dredge Up is just so meaningful for a lot of your win conditions. It's such a valuable card. I don't know why I cut it. I added a third Minccino for consistency, and I think that's it. Those are the two changes that I made. Yeah, but the list has been running a lot better. This deck is super fragile. Its ceiling when it gets going, it's amongst the best decks in the game, but it's super fragile. So we have to get into the game with our Gourmandize and our make do's. Yeah, other than that, the exact same list that I uploaded last week. I have some great battles in this video. There were some highs, there were some lows, but I definitely played better than my first Control video. And I have a couple games where I'm very proud of the way that I played. So please, if you like this kind of content, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. I upload Pokemon TCG content every single day. So without further ado, let's get into the battles. Alright guys, welcome to the battle portion of this video. We're starting off with a 6-game win streak that I got earlier with Control, so we're going to see if we can ride that out any deeper. This is definitely my favorite deck in format right now. It is so fun to play. It's kind of infuriating to play sometimes because it's just tough. Like it's a tough deck to play, but it's so satisfying when you play it correctly. Our opening hand is kind of clunky. We have a Minccino, we have the Snorlax open, but we have a lot of guys we'd rather in the discard pile. Oranguru means one of two things, either Lost Box or Lugia, so we'll put the Wash on the Minccino and then +2 if the Gourmandize. Running a Cinccino is clutch. So, Oranguru, it would be a pretty nice, if it's Lugia, it's a pretty nice card for them to open for us, because it's a bit chunky, hard to retreat. It says Capture Energy. It's a Lugia, so it is Lugia. So, this matchup is sort of weird. Like, this deck definitely does not have as great of a Lugia matchup as the Eldegoss build, but it's still not a bad matchup against Lugia. It's just kind of weird. Like you have to draw pretty close to perfectly, and you have to play pretty perfectly. Burnett, so they're not going to be playing super aggressive this turn. So we find a Cinccino, we'll make do. Get rid of the Jynx, draw a couple cards, not much going. We'll use the Peonia. Yellowtree is a great card to find. Eiscue definitely can go, but I want every other card in this hand. I think I'll put the Mine in the prizes. It feels so bad, but I guess it does not feel great at all. Bench Yveltal, attach, and then Gourmandize for 3. We're very susceptible to a Raikou play, which I don't necessarily mind, because Raikou is a very big commitment. We can lock in the active spot with the Teddiursa later. I would say that this build of Control is favored into Lugia without Bird Keeper, and probably slightly unfavored into Lugia with Bird Keeper. Which not every Lugia build does play Bird Keeper. But I think an open list, you're probably... I don't know how open list is though too, because I know all your tricks. But also, you can know their energy count, know their Bird Keeper count, so you can play a little more. You're not going in blind. So they are going for the Raikou play. The Primal Turbo. So yeah, they're just gonna go for that Raikou play. Probably take the Cinccino out, which is a bit annoying. Treats. And it's a boss's orders. They take out both of my Yveltals. Wow. So I would laugh if I can punish if I hit one Cyllene heads and can punish and get rid of all 3 energies off this Raikou. So I'll grab the Ditto, quick ball the Teddiursa, and fight an Argent. We need to get Manaphy down here, just as in case of emergency. And we've hit 1 head, so that's perfect. We can get our twin energy back. Bench the Ditto, make do out the Sandile, and then put the double turbo on, retreat, and use that Cry Destruction. Now this Raikou is stranded. They do not have enough energies to attack, and they have to commit 2 to retreat, or the double turbo. So they're probably going to go for an Aqua Return play if they have it. They do spend 1 Primal Turbo on the Raikou, and then they cannot attack with the Lumineon, so they have to have an energy in hand to be able to pull that off. They have a double turbo in hand. That's frustrating. I'm sorry if the checking the discard pile is annoying. It's just something I kind of do. I don't know, it's sort of like a habit to say click on my opponent's discard pile. And it's sometimes to check, sometimes it's just like sort of fidgeting like I would do with my hand in real life. I apologize if that's irritating. It's just sort of a habit that I'm trying to break now that I'm recording a lot more, but it's definitely what I've been doing for a while, so it's hard habit to kick. But nothing off the Sidney, so we're gonna capture down the Ditto, bench the Miltank, and then Gourmet for 4. I think we're too far behind here to win this one. Yeah. Well, we're not too far behind to win. Our win condition here is going to be boss up Raikou and then just spam that baby doll eyes with the Teddiursa. But we have very little margin for error. And they're playing Bird Keeper, then the game pretty much is over. Maybe it would have been more correct to capture for the Minccino. But we did not, so there's going for a speed wing. So that's Cry Destruction's probably, if we like Horn Cry Mine, I'd be feeling pretty good. So we'll promote the Manaphy. Okay, there's the Horn. Get the Minccino down. Well, Hisuian, we can grab Morpeko out of the prizes. Bench the Minccino, Yell Horn, and just Marnie. Oh yeah, we can make do and put down the Morpeko first, because Torment's not a bad play here either. But I'm greedy. I'm looking for more. Mine plus energy would be insane. We had the Echoing Horn, which is pretty solid. We can put the Dunsparce back board there. And I think we just Cry Destruction here. Not great, but it was something. And now they can't Lumineon loop. So they have to they have to commit at least 1 energy to retreat. I think it was 8 or 9 energies down. So their resources are running low, but they're down to 2 prizes. So this is gonna be tight. We needed to find that Galar Mine just to make it so they couldn't do this play and had to start flipping coins. But unfortunately, we could not find the mine. Definitely should have set up that other Minccino so I had a little more draw power this turn. Didn't need to set up the Ditto right away. So yeah, they can Primal Turbo as long as they have 1 energy in hand to attach. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot I can do. I have to be able to go for the Gust Baby Doll Eyes this turn, which is going to be incredibly tough with 9 energies down. I mean, there's a world where they don't have attachment in hand and they're just retreated, which I think is definitely a misplay. So I wonder if that's what happened. I thought they had double turbo in deck and they don't. So just a pass. So we can make do out the Minccino and a concession. I don't know why they scooped there. I think they were still fine. I mean, in any case, definitely that oversight by my opponent was definitely costly, but I think they still could have won. They still had probably 6 or 7 energies left. That's enough to attack twice. I need a big Sidney or a big Dredge Up to be able to really have a chance. But yeah, so on to the next one here. We'll be going second. A pretty solid hand, not spectacular, but we can work with this. So another Lugia, but they start Radiant Charge. I mean, yeah, draw past. Whoa, ew, man, these are both valuable. We'll take Morpeko over Sandile, I guess. So we get the Minccino, bench the Minccino, capture energy, get the Snorlax, bench the Numel, retreat, and then Gourmet for 4. I can drop the Galar Mine and get an extra card, but I don't necessarily want to yet. I want to make sure I get value out of it. It's such a valuable card in this matchup. The Heat Energy, Incense. So yeah, we can trap this Radiant Charizard. We can get a Mine and just Torment spam it. it's such a commitment to get out of the active spot. So definitely very unfortunate for my opponent to start that. I don't know if that's territory, like if you were to face this in real life, if you just like instantly scoop after your opponent sets up and you start a Charizard, because I feel like the percentage that you win a game that you start rating Charizard has to be like next to 0. So we will do the Flannery, and now I'll get Galar Mine. I'll Gourmandize for 3. We're building up rather nicely here. There's a lost vacuum, so the instant bounce to the Galar Mine, but that's okay. And we're probably gonna get Marnied. Yep. So unfortunate, our hand was quite strong, but it is what it is. So there's a wash to the Lumineon and a pass. We can get our other Cinccino going. So we level ball here and get the Teddiursa. We quick ball out the Teddiursa and get Ditto or Jynx. I think Jynx is better. So we'll make do out the Jynx. Is there anything where I can put the capture here on the Ditto? And grab, and we can grab the other Ditto and then Gourmandize for 3 cards. So they'll put capture on their Lumineon and grab an Oranguru. You definitely have to be very careful. There's the awkward turn spam. We do have that other Manaphy and the Echoing Horn to break up that potential Lumineon loop. We're not as strong as like the Eldegoss control deck. Because we don't have capes to make our Yveltals more durable. So there's just Summoning Star and pass, so we will quick ball out the Snorlax and grab Eiscue just to thin him out. We'll get the Galar Mine and then Marnie. We're looking for a net, we found it, which is pretty good. So we make do out the Regieleki. I'll net the active and then make do out the Snorlax. I'll put the twin on the bench to Nummel. And then we will cry destruction. Oh no, the wash energy. Well, that was unfortunate. I forgot about that. Darn it. Oh well. So definitely should have gone for like a torment. So that was definitely a misplay. Ah man, that hurts. Hopefully that doesn't make the difference here. They can use a combustion blast. Still heavy resources to commit just like 1 prize. I wonder if it honestly be wiser is to retreat this Charizard. Because I'm just going to be able to knock these energies off and force even more resources out from my opponent. So there's a do at the Starly. I'm going to Thorton the Manaphy into a Nummel. Or did I? Sorry, it looks like a Nummel. I apologize. I've probably already said Nummel a ton of times during this video. I probably will several more times, so please forgive me. So we'll Cry Destruction, 3 energies off the active. That is 4 energies down now. They use a Primate Wisdom and Research. So they're getting going here. We'd love to find the Flannery and be able to bump that wash off the Lumineon so we can Cry Destruction off those other energies. So we'll make do out the Minccino. Great, Pal Pad's kind of good because we can Pal Pad back in that Flannery. So that's what I'm going to do. And Thornton can go back in too. He's sort of useful. I probably should have captured before this make do to send out another card, but that's okay. We can bench the Yveltal. Yeah, or bench the Yveltal, put the capture on. Don't need anybody out of the deck. We'll Bird Keeper into the other Ditto, and then just Torment. Force him to actually have energies to retreat, which is such a large commitment. Even if it's a Bird Keeper, that's so little value out of the Bird Keeper. So we see the quick ball, and got rather Raikou once more. Make do out the Miltank, make do out the Eiscue. No Flannery just yet. We have almost all our daggers on. 4 cards left in deck, but no Flannery in sight. So I think we just Torment once again. We load up the Yveltal and just Torment. Next turn we have the Flannery. So then we can get a big Cry Destruction playoff, hopefully. They keep grabbing that Raikou back out. Are they trying to make me think that... Oh, there's a Flannery. Alright, we can pump 3 energies here. Yeah, there we go. Drop the Galar Mine, Cry Destruction. I don't want to make dudes, just Cry Destruction. And there's a concession. Alright. That was a much more convincing game against Lugia. Was unfortunate for them to start with that Radiant Charizard, but we definitely, I don't feel like they, not a whole lot they can do if they start that Radiant Charizard. Like, it's just so many resources to get out of the active spot, and I can keep using Torment and force you to commit those energies to retreat it. And sort of using that Galar Mine early played out to my advantage because they had no bump for it later, so they had to commit the 5 energies to retreat it, which was just way too much of a commitment. So we're calling the flip again, and we win. We've won 2 out of 3 coin flips now, I think. This hand's quite good once again. We're getting lots of turn on Gormandizes. Gardevoir. So, could be an Arceus build, I guess. Hold on, quick ball out Sidney and get the Ditto. We have all of our energies in deck. Get the Ditto, retreat, and then we have the Level Ball to get a Cinccino on the following turn. Double Level Ball. Wow, this keeps getting better and better. It'll be interesting to see what my opponent has going. It's an Ultra Ball. Out past the peak and boss, so probably some sort of build of Arceus. Yeah, we see the Arceus V-Star. And then they just concede. Wow. Maybe the other Arceus Vs were prized? I have no clue. Seems odd just to instantly scoop like that, but... Alright, win streak of 9. Let's go. Wow. That was strange. Sometimes people just don't have the patience to play against control, and I sometimes I'm the same way. Like, I have limited time to record. I'll just scoop to a control because I don't want to show that game most of the time because usually it's gonna be a long game. We see the Snorlax open for my opponent. It's usually a long game where not a whole lot. I mean, like, it's just not a game where I get to show off my deck how I like to. And I don't have time when I usually have only limited time in the day to record, so I don't have time to play a 30-minute game with control most of the time. But okay, so it's gonna be a control mirror. This should be funny. I'm definitely unfavored. That unfazed fat Snorlax is pretty annoying. We have to take the Eiscue out of the prizes. Block face is sort of our win condition here. We'll quick pull out the Serena, grab Gormandise, Yell Horn, bench Eiscue, Bird Keeper, no energies, but we can Galar Mine, and then +3 off the Gormandise. We hit a couple of energies, which is excellent. So yeah, if we get the solo block face going, this is an Eldegoss build. They're infinite, so then we sort of have to load up to a dredge up to try to break that unlimited loop with the Sandile. So yeah, I mean, I was sort of unlimited. I have Bird Keeper. I have the Pal Pad Yell Cyllene, so I'm infinite as long as Cyllene doesn't decide to be mean. So there's a Thumping Snore, Double Tails. So I just put down the Wash Energy and pass. We're just a net away from getting that solo block face. So let's see if my opponent has anything going on this turn. The chorus. It would be kind of awkward if we're just both Eiscuing into each other. It might just be a war of who runs out of wash energies first, because like if they're playing Sanders list, they aren't playing Flannery, but they're playing Eiscue, so they're not playing Sanders list. So yeah, if they're not playing Flannery, I should win that Eiscue war because I can slowly whittle down all their wash energies. But if they're playing Flannery, I'm definitely going to lose that fight because I play 2, so. Hit the twins. I'm going to quick ball out the Sandile. Grab a Snorlax, I guess. We have all the nuts in deck, so we'll put the energy on the Eiscue and pass. 1 heads, 1 tails. So yeah, Knot is kind of stalemating here. Fortunately, open that Miltank. One of the worst starters in the deck. Almost everything in our deck has one retreat, aside from Teddiursa, Sandile, and Miltank. And then, of course, Snorlax himself. Oh, yeah, and Yveltal too. But Snorlax himself, but he can Gourmandize, so we're okay with starting him. Double heads, that's kind of scary. We hit a Sidney. Oh, we hit a couple energies. And they have no boss, so they can't pressure our Eiscue. And we got rid of a couple energies. I don't know why they didn't put them down. Especially the wash protects from the crowd disruption. So I don't know why they didn't do that. There's a Bird Keeper, so no boss. That Lost City is very scary, because they can Lost City my Eiscue, and then I'm like, if they can get to my Eiscue first, and they can like Thumping Snore, and then Lost Zone it, and then that game's probably over, right? A quick ball out the Yveltal, so just thin the deck. We are up 12 cards here, so it's gonna take Bird Keeper once more. So maybe they're gonna start using Block Face. A quick ball Starly from Miltank. They're kind of, I think, gearing up for an Eldegoss loop. They pass. I could bench Minccino here, but I'm just gonna pass. I'm still terrified of that boss. Boss Lost Cities this game. I guess I probably should have dropped the Minccino and just try to make do to get close to that boss, because they don't have like something like Lost Box, like Rope Boss, so they can't break my they can't break through my Block Face lock, I don't think. So there's a happy match for a Colress. They lost on their other Eiscue, which is kind of interesting. Sounds like another Wash Energy. That's not helpful. So I think I probably should bench Minccino now, and I'll just pass on over to my opponent. Oh man, I had the feeling that they have that boss. Like, down to 11 cards. I have a bad feeling about this. No, it's another Colress. Definitely gearing up for that Eldegoss loop. Very aggressively moving through the deck. I'd really like to Sidney again, because I'm betting they're holding on to a couple double turbos. Another Colress getting put in the Lost Zone is sort of interesting. Marnie's kind of cool. I'll bench the Numel, and then Marnie. I'll just Scoop Up Net so we can start using that Block Face. I can make do out the Regieleki. So I sort of realize here that I can start using Block Face, and that this puts pressure on my opponent to respond back. But then I have, if they want to start using Eldegoss Loop, I can build up my my Ditto to use Sandile. I'm topping the Flannery, so that's pretty amazing. If they don't have immediate wash, then we can get, and they just scoop. Wow, that was a timely Flannery there. Win streak of 10 now. Let's go. This is definitely one of my favorite decks in a long time. I've always really liked Control, because I've just appreciated the challenge of the deck, and I just find it kind of satisfying when you can, like, usually Control decks are very hard to play, but usually they have amongst the highest ceiling in format in terms of overall power level, and it's just I have fun. Like, I know it's not very fun to face Control. I just have a lot of fun playing it. Another Lugia. Some days I feel like I can never find a Lugia to play, and then we've had a ton today, so. You can quick ball out Minccino. We have both Minccinos in deck, or both Cinccinos, excuse me. And we probably have one Wash Energy. So then Minccino, capture to it, get the other Minccino, and then just Gourmandize for 3. Don't want to use that level ball yet. We're going to save it for our Cinccino. So they put that powerful on. They bench a Yveltal. That's definitely incorrect. Yeah, Yveltal's a horrible attacker in this matchup. So I will make do out the Morpeko. And just pass, I think. My hand's sort of dreadful. I guess we can net and make do one more time. The hand stays poor, so we're just going to pass. Like, Yell Horn doesn't do a lot. Then we can get punished hard by a Raikou. Not that my opponent did too much, but even just starting to use Tempest Dive would be very annoying because we don't have a whole lot going on our end. We do have a couple of Cinccino, so we can definitely get there, but definitely could be sort of tough that our deck's still 35 cards, and we don't have a whole lot done. So yeah, luckily they have no Archeops down. The Serena could get some down low, but no, that was fortunate for us. They're definitely low rolling on the Archeops early. We're gonna make do at that Sandile. Cyllene. I hit the double heads here, but I'm still short of being able to use the Carry Destruction, so we'll attach, put the wash down. I will use I do like using Torment here. We force the hard retreat potentially, and it does probably deny a prize at the very least here. So we can force a retreat or just deny a prize, buy more time because hasn't gone super great. Committing energies to the Yveltal, that's so bad. So we can Cry Destruction this next turn. Okay, they will do that. So I'm quick ball out the Yell Horn now. We'll grab the Yveltal, make do out the Yveltal. We hit the Bird Keeper, so we are at the Cry Destruction. So I will then capture to the Ditto and grab the other Yveltal, Bird Keeper back, and then Cry Destruction. This is pretty devastating for my opponent. That's 4 energy down, and they haven't taken a single prize yet, so a quarter of their energies. So yeah, and they just scoop. So yeah, they definitely committing the energy to the Yveltal was a pretty bad play, and loading that Lugia I think was also not necessarily the best play. But yeah, I feel like one of Control's biggest strengths as well, at least on playing it on ladder, is not a lot of people know the matchup very well, so they definitely will misplay. That doesn't not apply if you're gonna bring this to like Knoxville or OCIC, because everyone's gonna know how to, at least at the top tables, people are gonna know how to be Control. So Cleaver's once again, this is sort of busted. Oh my goodness, but Sandile is our worst starter. Another Lugia, my goodness. So taking our opponent just a moment. So we top deck that, we mulligan it into the Manaphy. I'm going to capture onto the Sandile, grab another Minccino. Not the greatest first turn ever, but getting 2 Mincinos down is still alright. We priced 2 Twin Energies. That's pretty bad. Our hand's okay though. We can capture the active, find Snorlax and then Marnie. Hopefully we do not get Marnie RCL. I mean, I guess Marnie RCL wouldn't be horrible. It just pushes hopefully closer to there's a Lumineon, so have to expect Marnie. There's a Stoutland. There is Lumineon. So yeah, Marnie, that's really bad for us. So hopefully, oh my goodness, this hand is horrible. Read the winds. Out of research. Sounds like Morpeko, no better. I guess I'll drop the mine and pass just to try hopefully make it hard for them to use an amazing shot or a double dip. They quick ball out the Archeops, so they're gonna probably be able to use that Summoning Star. And if they can start using Tempest Dive, things are gonna go downhill pretty quickly from here. Speed energy. Yikes, this is way too slow to start against Lugia. We can't really afford this against too many decks in tournament, and Lugia is definitely not one of them. So Pal Pad is another dead top deck. Dang. This is where we need like more Gormandise. And I sort of like Teddiursa is just such a good card. Like Lugia is so much harder to win without Teddiursa. We tapped like a Cinccino, and luckily they should use Read the Wind again, so we can get rid of the Teddiursa. Still 2 more cards. Still nothing. So a bunch of other Minccino in case of an amazing shot, I guess. There's the incense. They finally set up the Lugia. This is where things start to go downhill. It's Primal Turbo. So probably gonna see a Tempest Dive. No, on a Stoutland. Oh no, do they have Bird Keeper double dip? That'd be so bad. Touch. Maybe are they just gonna bump the stadium? That would be pretty bad too in its own way. Okay, the Primal Turbo. Oh, they lost City too. Oh no. So poor Sandile is getting sent to the lost zone. That's bad. We need Sandile in this matchup. Thorton is not a good top tech. Those are not good cards. Well, they're good cards, just not right now. I'll vacuum out the Thorton. At least I can keep more Morpeko around. But now we're going to be going down to 2 prizes, and they have still so much resources. So yeah, this is... It's just too slow. Like, we can't afford this in very many matchups. And against Lugia, it definitely not. So, yeah, already all the way down to 2 prizes. We'll promote the Yveltal. Quick ball at the Yell Cheer. Find a Ditto. Roxanne. That probably should have been Manaphy, but I don't know. Hope we don't get punished. Alright, well, we hit the Cryo Destruction. So that's a start. I'm going to get rid of 2 Powerfuls and the energy off the Raikou. I could have bumped all 3 Powerfuls and just... I lose to boss then. If I lose to boss in this case. But I feel a little less bad about Raikou now. But they're bumping onto the Raikou. That makes me feel pretty... I need a Bird Keeper. No, Roxanne. Roxanne is a lie. Alright, well, that was a horrible game. There goes our win streak too, so darn it. Oh, Pidgeotto Master. This is Ross Cawthon, one of the best players in the world, so definitely gonna say hello to that. Let's see what he's packing today. Pretty solid hand. Okay, let's see what we got at the top. Quick Ball. He's bringing Goodra. That's a very tough matchup. So Quick Ball out the Yell Cheer. Get Snorlax. Yeah, we'll grab the Snorlax. So I probably my other double turbo, which is kind of awkward. Grab Minccino. We'll use that double turbo to retreat. Drop the Galar Mine and +5 off the Gourmandize. Pretty good hand off that +5. So drawing Misfortune Sisters early is always spectacular because we just our opponent's probably knowing that the player that Ross is, he's probably not going to go aggressively with his flower selectings. So we just want to use our Regieleki and his loot Misfortune Sisters every single turn and just try to destroy all those switches, nets, and ropes before you can use them, and just try to just spam them out with Torment or Baby Doll Eyes later. So there's net off the top. So that means we can go for a Sisters into Sonar play this turn. So I can get the Regieleki. Make 2 out the Marnie. Okay, we can Sisters and discard the Ordinary Rod. Net the active. Bench Snorlax once more. I guess I'll grab the Ditto and bench it. And Sonar back the Sisters. So considering how weak his first turn was, I am feeling pretty good about this. Just being able to spam Misfortune Sisters and hope we destroy those resources before he can ever get to them. We'll take his Goodra a couple turns before he can start swinging with that Rolling Shell. Parasol is very annoying. Oh, he evolves. I don't think that's probably the right call. At least you should save it until I Torment it. Because Rolling Shell still gets the knockout, and then you release player on 1 Torment. But yeah, that's kind of annoying. I probably should attach the Capture to reset the top deck. Flannery's pretty cool though. I'll put the Capture down and grab another Ditto, I suppose. And then we will Sonar and grab Marnie. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll grab Marnie. We got to get toward that vacuum and start slowing him down. Unfortunately, and get closer to that Misfortune Sisters. just a draw past that. So now we're probably not going to actually want to play this Marnie. We'll make do out of the Starly. Attach to the normal. And then just Regieleki back the net. Unfortunately, we're just not able to punish. Like, we were able to miss Fortune Sisters and punish his inaction. Then I'd be feeling a lot better. And maybe that's the case to be made for Marnie. Getting toward Miss Fortune Sisters is my win condition. So I should try to get aggressively toward it. This is a boss. We don't mind that at all. We will. Okay, the Sandile. Nothing really off that. Alright, Wallace Sonar back. The net once more. This very slow for both of us. I am getting through my deck with that make do, but not getting to the cards I need. I need Vacuum and Miss Fortune Sisters. There's a rope, so we can throw the Minccino up in the active spot. There's a Flower Select. Mirage Gate. So I'll make do out the other Yveltal. Yeah, we're not going anywhere. This would be cool. It would be cool to start using Sandile, but definitely think what the play I should have made in that case was, yeah, this is Cyllene, and to hopefully put the DTE back on top, and then start using Dredge Up with the Sandile and just try to attack those switches. Did you just see a draw pass? So we can hit the Miss Fortune Sisters, 2 switching cards. That's awesome. Can make 2 out the Jynx, and then I can Vacuum, put the Eiscue in the Lost Zone that Parasol, and we can just key an eye again. I'll get Bird Keeper, and I'll get the Wash Energy, because Mana Feed to potentially put like a Zigzagoon or a Greninja onto his bench would be pretty good for us. So I have to combine it with Sidney, but also using Sidney to bump some Temple Sinnohs. Second Parasol. We need Sonar back. The Vacuum. So Bird Keeper back to the Regieleki. Quick Ball out to Yveltal. Grab Teddiursa. And then attach Wash to the other Numel. And then Sonar back to the Vacuum. So we're getting places. Not anything anywhere super quickly, but there's a boss of the Minccino pass. Wow. So we will Vacuum, put Snorlax in the Lost Zone. I'm gonna sit and take a peek at the hand. This is not the right play here. I need to. I think I was like hoping to find something to hit with the Teddiursa, or to hit with the Manaphy. But I should have. And then this also is a misplay. Like, I should just start going for Dredge Up. I mean, grabbing Miss Fortune Sisters isn't bad, but I think I should just start attacking with Dredge Up. Yeah. So there's another draw pass. So Sisters hit a rope. Okay. And just Sonar back Sisters. So this is an interesting development. We got both of the Parasol's Lost Zone. We've got 3 switching cards gone. Another draw pass. So we have Sisters out a switch. It's a 4th switching card. And we'll Sonar. We have to get back the Yell Cheer this turn. So we're gonna attack. We're gonna see a Rolling Iron. It's pretty annoying. We'll have to use Torment on it. This is where it's kind of unfortunate, because I have to spam Torment into this Goodra and do nothing. I really want to be like recycling the Miss Fortune Sisters, using Dredge Up. So I will Yell Cheer back in the Miss Fortune Sisters. I need to get this boss and Flannery. I think this is okay too. We need Bird Keeper because we have no sort of switching card. We'll just Torment. I probably could have dropped the Galar Mine, but this is okay. So yeah. So a draw pass. I will Peonia. And we hit a couple energies, so we can put the Minccino, the Quick Ball, and Serena. I don't think I need. I think Serena is probably less meaningful than Thorton, honestly, now that I'm looking back. So Torment. Kind of stalemating here a little bit. Definitely playing it smart, like not going aggressively with the Comfeys. Well, Cyllene, we hit double heads, that's awesome. So I get back the Yell Cheer and the Peonia, so we can fish that Pal Pad out of the prizes. And then I don't need to make do, that'd be a poor play. So it's Torment again. So yeah, this is not going anywhere quickly. It's a pass, so we will then Peony, and then take these top 3 prizes. There's the Pal Pad, our Cinccino, so we can put the Miltank, Heavy Ball, and the Marnie. So then I'll bench Manaphy to protect for Radiant Greninja, and then we will Torment. I sort of wish I could like Roxanne, and then like Roxanne and Allure, but finally gonna start moving with the chorus. That's the pass. So have a couple supporters down that might be worth cheering. So we will cheer back the Cyllene, the Sidney, and the Flannery. We will make do, I think, is good here. We'll make do out the Serena. And then Torment again. We're getting close to the point where I can start using Dredge Up. I think I probably should have, like, this is where getting rid of Thorton was the wrong play. Because if I can just like build up where I can go Dredge Up, he takes a knockout, Dredge Up, they take a knockout, and then I Thorton Dredge Up again, and we can mill 9 cards in 3 turns, and then combo that with Forge Sisters and the downtime. I win here, so I definitely throwing the Thorton in the prize cards, I think will end up costing me this game. I mean, we still have some time here, but they have plenty of switch cards, very large deck. Or I should have just gone for Yell Horn Dredge Up and just been like play switching cards or start flipping coins. I think I've scuffed this here. Could definitely play this game a lot better. So yeah, there is a spit. Promote that normal. We'll Carrier. This is not a good play. I don't know why it does. I shouldn't be afraid of Greninja. And this is okay. I get rid of the 2 temples, which is fine. No switching cards in sight, or they have a net. So we will Pal Pad back in Sidney and Yell Cheer. We'll drop the Galar Mine, and then I will Torment. But yeah, so there are down 3 or 4 temples. It might be tough for them to. I mean, they can spend a net. I'm getting close to the point where I can just go dredge up, and win. But I just need a turn off, like where they're not putting pressure on me, and it's not looking like we're gonna get there. 5 energies on the Goodra does mean that they can retreat even under Torment. I should probably, looking back, I probably should have just Roxanne. Well, no, they have 1 card. It 1 heads 1 tails, so I get the Rescue Carrier, and we will then Torment. This game's kind of unraveling here. Yikes. Probably have 2 nets, and maybe 1. There's another switch, so that's 6 switched cards, and they still have their nets. Dang, this is definitely starting to fall apart. I had such an early lead, but wasn't able. I should have used Dredge Up early in the game to force him to start spending resources to respond to it, and I definitely should have Gusted Comfey in the early game to force them to use switching cards to the Comfey. So I don't see any switching card in that hand, and I sort of just I need some time. Like I don't have time because only 2 prizes. I'm an attacker in the active spot. So I will bench Minccino once again. And this is just so bad. I don't know what really the best call is here. Like, I can Torment and shut off that, but then I lose. I'm like Temple. Temple is just bad. So I'm gonna Baby Doll Eyes and kind of bank on Confusion Tails. But I want to be able to dredge up Misfortune Sisters, but I can't because I don't have a no card deck. I can just lose. So yeah, we need a Tails. Like, if we don't need a Tails here, we are for sure gonna lose. Committing the energy is very, very annoying. Okay, Tails. We have to yell here now. Ifs, ands, or buts. So we'll put Cyllene, Sidney, and Serena. I should just put this on the active and dredge up, I think. But I don't. I'm playing too passively. I'm banking on a completely insane luck. Insane bad luck on my opponent's end, which is just not. I don't think this is playing to win. I should just Torment, I think. Ugh, I scuffed this so bad. Dang it. Yeah, this is kind of triggering to watch. Definitely played this very poorly. Yeah, there's a heads. I get punished hard. I should have. Okay, well. We put the double turbo on the active. Okay, sisters. And then Net. So they have 3 of each. Maybe 1 of each left. That's still so much for 1 prize card. We need another Tails. To even have a prayer here. Oh my goodness. I'm glad if this is frustrating to watch because I think I could have played this a lot better. So, Tails, wow, that was fortunate luck. This is my spot here. I have to Roxanne. And, like, I can Cyllene. I can't just sit here. I have to do something. So I think my play is to Roxanne, and then Torment, and then try to Cyllene, and then try to. Ugh, this is just so scuffed. There's just too many resources left, and not enough time. So I'm just banking on no single attach, yeah, there's a gate. I played so bad at the end there. I should have tried to play more aggressively with my boss to force switching cards. I should have just gone more aggressively with Dredge Up and actually force resources out of my opponent's deck. I gave him way too much time. So yeah, I deserve to lose that game. Very frustrating, but yeah, back-to-back losses. The first one was a brick. The next one was completely my fault. So, and we lose the coin flip this time. This is not it's not horrible, but nothing spectacular. So no mulligans, which is I want mulligans as hands. RCS in general are pretty good matchups for this deck. You usually don't play a ton of switching cards. Can sometimes be susceptible to Miltank. Torments can just force switching cards in the early game. And like we can then go like Horn, Roxanne, Allure, and then just start spamming the Dredge Up. So it's RC's Duraludon. So we will then Level Ball for a Cinccino. We do see the other Minccino. We see the other Cinccino in deck, so we'll bench it. Level Ball, grab the other Minccino. And then we can capture to the active and then find the Snorlax. And then Gourmandize for 3. So, yeah, or for 4, we can gust the Duraludon and then force an early switching card. So that's pretty good. Nothing spectacular off the Gourmandize though. Yell Horn's alright. Pulling Current could be pretty cool to actually do. So I'm expecting to get Marnie though. There's a Crystal Cave and Research, okay. So yeah, they have the attack this turn. They have double turbo and then they try Starburst for switch. Anytime that they have to use Starburst early is good for us because if they can use it when we Roxanne them later in the game and just instantly break out, then that's bad. But I think I don't know if it's correct just to be patient with your Starbirth, and eventually you'll top deck into good cards. This is my matchup I have not played very much. But their hand is quite large, so I think the Pulling Current could force some unwanted Vs onto the bench. So this is definitely the avenue I think I'm going to go down. We'll then make do out the Regieleki, or the Minccino. We'll Suian, I guess, grab the Teddy. We'll rent the Regieleki, net the other Cinccino. I want one more make do. I want to get a little more happening over here. And not much. So we go Peonia, I guess. Alright. Don't need. I guess we're gonna just basically everything back. We get Starly out, so that's something, I guess. We can get Snorlax. At least have that to fall back on. And then we can Pulling Cards. We hit 2 Vs in the hand. That's awesome. That's actually amazing because now, yes, they can Trinity Nova and put energies on them, but then that's lost energies. This sort of spreads them thin, so they're more susceptible to like a Crowd Destruction, to Flannery, or it just spreads the resources a lot more thin than just they can just pile them on 2 Pokemon. So Trinity Nova, load up a second Duraludon, it seems. Alright, so we'll promote our Snorlax. Yell Horn. I haven't made it this Cyllene. This feels so rough, but I think this is the call. I go Randize. I should have put down the Galar Mine to at least force a Stadium Bump. Or another energy jerk to retreat. Because we're probably going to see a retreat from my opponent. Yeah, definitely should have put down the Galar Mine. These last few games are just falling apart. It's pretty late when I'm recording this, so I am pretty tired. Pro tip, do not play control when tired. We'll make do out the Cinccino, out the Morpeko. So then I think we're gonna Thorton the active into the Morpeko, put the capture on, get up the Ditto, drop a Galar Mine, and then Torment, and at least force a switch card or buy some time. We need time. We did not set up nearly as fast as I would have liked to. They have the instant Stadium Bounce. So hopefully I just gonna hard retreat. That'd be kind of funny. But I think it's probably the right play if they don't have a switch. That'd be kind of aggressive, but it'd be kind of funny to see. So are they gonna hard retreat? They are. Wow. So okay. There is the Quick Ball. An Ordinary Rod. So they give back the RCS. And a couple energies, so they might be able to rebuild the Duraludon. There's going to be a Serena for 3. The Lost City build of Duraludon is definitely pretty tough. Like if they have Vacuum, or if they have Parasol and Lost Cities, that's actually pretty annoying. But we're still on a great spot here. This is just, we have the Mine. I'm going to put that on Roxanne. We need to find the Vacuum. Vacuum Jynx is probably my best play here. Get rid of the Sandile. We'll Vacuum out the Manaphy. Yeah, I was going to Torment. This position is pretty scuff. They have a Gear Raw off the Roxanne. Roxanne is a lie. Into the Marnie. Yes, Roxanne is a lie. They attach to the... Oh man, if they had a switch, I'm gonna be so tilted. So, not much off that Marnie. We do have a Jynx to discard, which definitely want to use on the next turn. Use that Alluring Scent to bring up the other Duraludon. So I'm going to make do out the Jynx. Quick Ball out the Yveltal, grab the other Ditto. Bench it. I think we want to use Misfortune Sisters. We hit an Ultra Ball, so not much. And then we're going to just Torment. I think I've been smarter to use that Alluring Scent on the other Duraludon. I'm just falling apart here. I apologize, guys. They attach another energy to the RCs and Temple of Sinnoh Although another hard retreat. This is so funny. I don't think I've ever seen RC Drell on hard retreat more than once in a game, and they've hard retreat like 3 times. The chorus. Oh, double chorus. Well, this is a dire situation indeed. They're going to put standards on the RCS. This makes Miltank a win condition, which is sort of hilarious. So we are going to make do up Bird Keeper. What's better? Serena up? I think we have to just Serena and sort of Serena and pray that they don't have another switch card. So Serena up the Duraludon, and then Sonar back. I think I want Roxanne. I need more pieces. I need to reduce their hand. Oddly enough, Miltank's a win condition because they have no energies on Duraludon. So if I can net up all my guys and just go solo Miltank, we actually win, which is sort of hilarious. I also play like Cologne, which would be hilarious in its own way. Or they play Court and can load up for another Pulverize. They just draw pass, no switch. That's awesome. So we can Roxanne. All right, you're telling me there's a chance. We attach. We make do at the Yveltal. Then I'm gonna Sonar back the net, I think, because I definitely realized here that solo Miltank is pretty much my only win condition, definitely my most concrete win condition. We can make do one more time. This is fine. So then we will Sonar, go on Scoop Up Net. We're sort of just at the mercy of my opponent if they can find another switching card or not. They evolve into an RCS V-Star, but that's it. So we have a Yell Cheer. I'm gonna Yell Cheer. We'll make do out the horn. Triple net. We will Yell Cheer back Cyllene, Sisters, and Roxanne. Thorton, I guess. I think I should have got the Peonia because my Pal Pad's prized. But it's okay. So I will then. I will use one more Sonar to grab back the Team Yell's Cheer so I can have a little more gas. And another draw pass. So here we go. Net. Misfortune Sisters hits the Lost Vacuum and will just pass. So that's no good to attach energies. Marnie might be a way for us to get more cards back into our deck. We definitely should. I should have Cyllene. Oh, that was so dumb. Oh, and now we just Team Yell Cheer. I'm falling apart this game. I'm sorry, guys. So I guess we'll put back in the Roxanne too. Give us a little more shuffle draw. Now we need, if Cyllene has double tails, we lose. Like, never punish though. So Cyllene back in, a Galar Mine and the Yell Cheer. The Galar Mine just in case they have like 2 training courts or something. We have enough bounces. So don't think my opponent probably has a way to win. That's playing Cologne, which would be hilarious. So we'll just pass. Our opponent can just like hold all their cards and Marnie, so we'd like to use like weave in a Misfortune Sisters here and there, even maybe a Sidney to get rid of a couple cards. But I do need to get my Pal Pad out of the prizes. So, well, Sisters, we hit a Hyper Potion, so it's still one less card. We're getting there slowly but surely. There's the Peonia. Unfortunately, the last card, but we can Yell Cheer back in those 3 and then just pass. And so that now we're in Peonia. And I stupidly picked the bottom 3 prizes, even though I already did those 3. I once again apologize. I'm completely falling apart. So I need the Cyllene to hit a heads. And Cyllene clutches up again. Cyllene earns his keep this game. Cyllene, he or she? I never played that game. I don't know. I don't. We'll just call Cyllene they. We don't know. So yeah, We have stabilized here. We can get the Peonia. We know our prizes this time, so we can get the Pal Pad. We have more cards than my opponent finally. We can use Sidney here, and we hit a couple cards, and we do see a Marnie in that hand. So now we do take a couple turns worth the top decks out of their hand, so that's great. And yeah, we're just Cyllene, hit one head, one tail. Cyllene putting in the work. So then there's a Team Yell cheer. And then I'll close out a card. We'll see the Marnie to put more cards back in, but they don't have any way to beat us. We have more cards left, so that will be a good game. Thank you guys. If you made this part in the video, you guys are absolutely awesome. I am quite worn out, so I'm gonna upload this video and go to sleep. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If there are any questions, comments, or anything in the future that you'd like to see, please let me know down below. And this has been All Up Blitzel, and I'll catch you in the next one.